Do, do, do. Do, 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 do. Yeah, it's your boys. Typically Divergent Podcast. We're here and we're queer, baby.
We're here and we're queer and we're ready to talk
and spill
about our feelings
and their feelings. You wanna paint your
like
toenails?
a sexy man.
Oh, baby, I just want you to.
No toxic masculinity here today, boys.
Oh, baby, you're so sexy. Will you be mine all the time?
That was totally 90s boy band.
I know.
The child within me was so happy just then. I have fulfilled a whole lifelong dream of recording something in this tone of voice.
And that, just wait until it drops some more.
I know. Just so everybody's aware, that
finger.
song is trademarked. This is not fucking Dawson's Creek. This is not the 90s. I'm not trying to make money off of that. But that song honestly haunts me. We had a conversation at work about 90s music.
Uh-huh.
And there's only a few of us that know exactly what I mean when I say that it was untamed. Like the stuff that you hear now is tamed compared to what we listen to. And I had some pushback. And I said, no.
You're talking about what is being played on public radio.
Right. But also just the stuff that is being recorded by artists, because now you have a lot of hands in the music industry. Mm-hmm. You've got a lot of record labels and producers and executives that are actually picking and choosing what artists can record. Back then, it was like the Wild West.
Everybody was doing whatever
they wanted. They could say whatever they wanted.
Okay, you're right.
Limp Bizkit, Eminem. Let's talk about that.
TLC.
Yeah, they could say whatever the hell they wanted. And they did get pushback from the FCC. The FCC won't let me be, so let me be me. Now let me see. They want to put me down on MTV, but it feels so empty without me. That's Eminem.
This looks like the time for me.
You know, everybody just follow me, because I need a little controversy, because it feels so empty without me. A tisket. Remember, he went off, man.
My childhood, we were not allowed to listen to that kind of music.
Oh, I did. I just hit it.
I got in trouble for downloading Aaron Carter's Aaron's Party.
Oh, rest in peace.
Big rip. So I got in a lot of fucking trouble for downloading that song and playing it, because it was what can I say on the podcast?
Anything you want.
These are, I want to make sure that it is clear that these words came out of my dad's mouth. Let's say it was the opposite of white people music.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Make me light. I sang a duet with a girl in church.
No, you didn't.
Singing that song. Yes, because she was supposed to have a solo, and the rest of the choir class that was supposed to be singing this at the church service, she was supposed to have a solo. And everybody else was just supposed to sing whatever fucking, I don't know. But I was singing, in practice, singing with her. And everybody was looking at me this is her solo. What are you fucking doing? And so then I walked up to the teacher after class, and I was like, hey, Mrs. Insert, whatever her last name was. And I was like, I have a question. She was, actually, Jaron, I have a question for you. Do you want to make that a duet with her? And I was like, oh my God, yes, that's exactly what I wanted to do. Aww. So I got to sing Salt and Light in church. And in the 8th grade, I wanted to be a part of the talent show. And I couldn't get stuff together. It was very last minute of me deciding to do it. But I was going to originally sing a Hawthorne Heights song. And instead I got nervous because everybody else was like, oh, we have tracks. We have we have tracks without the words. You have to play that to sing. And I was like, oh, I just have the track with the words on it.
Right.
And so I was like, well, okay, let's do something different. So
what did you end up doing?
Acapella, Amy Grant, Salt and Light, because it was the only song that I knew that I could do.
I wonder if I was there, if I saw that.
Were you at Maple Creek?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I wonder if I saw that.
My 8th grade year, you were a freshman.
I was at the freshman campus.
Yeah. My God. Fucking. Hey, everybody. My name's Jaron. My pronouns are he, him.
My name's Larz. My pronouns are he, him.
And we are your host of
Typically Divergent Podcast.
So, hey, everybody. If you are listening to today's episode, this is a backup episode. This is from our vault. There are a lot of potential reasons as to why you may be hearing today's episode. So we don't know what anything in the future is like. We don't even know what fuck is going on in our lives at this moment.
It's kind of exciting.
I know. Hey, future Jaron, I hope you're doing well.
Yeah. Larz, I hope that you got that math class, finally passed it and got help and everything. I really hope for you, buddy.
Jaron, I hope that you have been successful in quitting smoking cigarettes.
Yes. I hope that you had a great Christmas.
And if Christmas hasn't happened yet, I hope it goes well.
I hope Christmas goes well.
What if this is a Christmas episode? Hey, everybody, Merry Christmas.
Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween, Thanksgiving. I almost said yarmulke. Sorry. Hanukkah.
Right?
It was totally unintentional.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, we don't know when this episode is going to be released. These are backup episodes.
No.
So a couple of reasons why we are recording this episode and that maybe one day it'll have to be launched is because, life happens and we needed to make sure that we had backups in case of any sort of bad life happenings coming up. Any of them being like health, travel, or maybe like one of us is on vacation and this is this is done in advance so that daddy doesn't have to worry about editing, or like one of us gets sick, or
you never know.
Jaron, I hope therapy is still going well. Larz, I hope therapy for you is still going well.
Yeah, I hope Erica's living her best life in Spain.
Oh yeah, God, I hope she's really enjoying it. And also, like, girl, we're going to make some plans to come see you.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Once she offered that to Jaron in the future, today she offered it to me that both of us could come visit her. So, like, let's never forget that.
Yeah.
Today she was like, and I was like, well, when she brought it up and I said, well, Larz and I have talked about this. And she goes, oh, you guys, is it because you guys want to do like your own thing? And I said, we want to be alone together.
Yeah.
And she laughed and she goes, oh my God, that would be great for you too. And
I
was like, okay, thanks. Tell everybody else that. Tell the government, can I get like another STEMI check? Hey, in the future, are we getting those again? How's your student loan debt looking, Jaron?
Do you have student debt?
Yeah.
From cosmetology school?
Uh-huh.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Okay. So, folks, there's a GoFundMe. There's a GoFundMe for Jaron's cosmetology, established 2011.
Yeah. Because when I went to school, I had we were poor, so like American poor. We had I got Pell Grants, and I still owed like $6,000.
It's sad, but that's not awful.
It's not awful. I mean, there are
really
people
sad.
that owe so much more. I got the rest of my life to pay it off, just like my parents told me.
And Biden wanted to fix that for us within I'm not going to talk about it. I can't. I'm feeling good. My blood pressure's not high right now. I don't want to talk about it.
Hey, Larz, in the future, how's your blood pressure today? Hey, Jaron, I hope yours is doing well too. I love you, buddy. I hope things are better for you than they were today.
I do too. Larz, I hope that you are continuing setting boundaries. Anyway,
sorry, guys. There's a weird jump cut, as always. Personal, spooky, not spooky. Personal.
Don't worry, that's not the foot. Stop looking at it.
I know. Hey, Larz, in the future, do you still have a wart on the bottom of your foot? Probably, because I don't see a Band-Aid on it.
No, it's almost gone.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, keep putting it on
I
there.
like that stuff.
Oh,
by the way.
good.
Thank you.
It's working.
It is.
So good.
And it smells good.
It doesn't it?
And that bread is staring at me in the face. Fuck. Hey,
Hey.
baby. What up, loaf?
Whoa, baby.
Just want to touch it.
What's one of those like Marvin Gaye songs where like
Can't get enough of your little baby.
Yes.
Slowly zoom in on the bread. I love the word cooter. What did your parents call
Oh
your
yeah,
genitalia?
So I had a doodle.
Okay.
And I don't know what my sister had. And in the...
Why doodle? I have to ask.
I don't know. Sometimes my dad would also call it a pecker.
Yeah, that's common.
And now that like I'm in my 30s and I'm like dad status, sometimes I call it a pecker.
What about balls? Do you have any name for balls?
Balls.
Okay.
But I do have a funny story about doodle. So
please spill the tea.
Spill the tea. I was in kindergarten, maybe preschool. I don't know. I've done a lot of drugs. There was...
Who knows? Time doesn't mean anything.
And I did kindergarten twice because I was too young to go into first grade because they were worried that I was going to be socially awkward. The teacher said that we were going to doodle. So I drew a stick figure of myself with a doodle and I got in trouble. Yeah, I got in trouble because I was laughing so much. And
Pee-pee.
I was like,
so funny.
I drew it and then I like laughed and then I erased it. And then I was like, but you could still see it. And so then I was like, well, I might as well just like
own it.
So I drew it again.
Good for you.
Yeah. Look at that baby Jaron.
Damn.
Confidence. The confidence that he had.
My dad always referred to his junk as kiwis, like his balls.
Okay.
Kiwis, isn't that funny? And then...
Were they... I'm sorry.
I don't know.
Okay.
If you're going to ask me the question, I don't know.
That's okay.
I've never seen them.
It's okay. You were not a child that was a male, so you never showered with your dad? I did.
I mean, I'm sure that I did, but I don't remember because I was so young.
Okay.
And that is why, like, my parents were very strict about when you hit a certain age,
you
and we're
stopped
showering.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I called my... I took a shower. I remember taking a shower with my mother, and I do remember seeing her bush and calling it
her love garden.
No, what did I say?
That's mommy's love triangle.
My mother would call vaginas Parker houses.
Okay, so I've heard people's parents call vaginas garages.
So that's probably yeah, that's close.
I think we called it coochie. I don't know.
I mean, we would say coochie too, and cooter and stuff like that. Coochie. And every time I hear like the what's that character off of Dukes of Hazzard? Isn't there a cooter? A character named Cooter on Dukes of Hazzard?
I haven't seen it.
I think there is. And for me, like hearing that, I'm just like, why would you name a character in a show that's so popular Cooter? Like, y'all know where people are going to take that.
And it was a man, right?
Yeah. It was maybe an old guy. I don't know. But
because the patriarchy.
And then that...
Oh my God, women, I hope life is so much better for you in this time.
Right? A year from now. But then that Alan Jackson song just hits me every time. Way down yonder on the Chattahoochee, it gets hotter than a hoochie coochie. Like, are we talking about a vagina, or are we just talking about what are we talking about?
I mean, well, in the very beginning of this episode, we were talking about how music was just unhinged, and that was around that time.
See, exactly.
Hoochie coochie.
Exactly.
We made love on a young
Georgia and asphalt. We got a little crazy, but we never got caught. Down by the river on a Friday night. Bare moonlight. Talking about cars and dreaming about women.
Never had a plan, just living for the
living something. Yeah. Anyway.
I saw him in concert.
I did too, and I fell asleep. I remember falling asleep at their concert. I was like 8.
Was it the one here at the
97?
Coliseum? At the Coliseum?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, I was there.
Shut up!
Yeah,
I was there. We were in the nosebleed section, but my parents, I was loving it, and I fell asleep. I was so tired. It was probably pushing like 11 p.m. He played a long time,
and it was on school night too.
Yeah,
I was. Oh my God, yes! 'Cause I was so tired the next fucking day.
Yeah.
Did you ever win anything on the radio?
No.
Or did you ever? No.
But I have won concert tickets. I won concert tickets to see Shania Twain when she was here like one time. Kristen and I went to a bowling alley with and there was going to be like a country station there. And they had everybody put their name into like a bowl. And we entered like 20 times.
And
there wasn't many people there, so we were like, we knew we were going to get it. Yeah. So we got to see Shania.
Kristen. Can we talk about Kristen for a minute?
Yeah, we can.
Okay. So Kristen was Larz's best friend in high school.
In partly of middle school, because that's when we our paths crossed. We went to the same school, but we were, yeah.
When did you realize that you were in love with her?
When I was 15.
Okay.
I was really young.
Okay.
That's about your average time where you experience an intense attachment to another person. I feel, because my nieces were that way, Michaela was that way.
You started late, or I started early, and you were on time, because I was
kissing girls and boys when I was very young.
Oh yeah, 12.
But having having that interaction with someone who you're I really connect with this person on a different level.
Yeah,
it was about 15 with her.
Okay,
but I was kissing boys and girls very young, like 7, 8, 9, 5. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So yeah.
Do you know who your first kiss was?
Oh yeah.
Mine was Celeste Norris, and we were in kindergarten, first grade.
Yeah.
We were still living at the house on Stellhorn. When was your first kiss?
My first kiss was when I think I was 8 or 9.
Okay.
It was with Casey Cashmere as a dude, and we went under the bridge and we made out.
Oh, tongue and everything? Oh, okay. So I didn't get to that until middle school, but when I said first kiss, it was
I don't remember that. I just remember the tongue that I had in my mouth unexpectedly.
You did not. We're not planning on it?
No, but I went with it because I liked it. Kayla
Kirk was the first girl that I enjoyed making out with. She was goth.
Yeah.
Quote unquote. We were on vampirefreaks.com.
Oh, no. Damn.
I left Caitlin Norton to be with Kayla. She was my beard for a long time.
Did she know that?
I would. This is how fucked up it was. Okay, she knew that I liked boys, and I would tell her this is how terrible I was. We would talk about boys that we had crushes on, and we'd be like, "It's okay, you can love him too." And I would be when I would tell her when I would get off the phone, I'd be like, "Good night, I love you," and also smiley face t-shirt boy and Ben Ozier and this person, and she'd be like, "Yeah, I love them, I love you, and I love so and so and so and so," and I was like, "Okay, thank you."
How progressive.
I know, but I constantly was dating her, breaking up with her,
Yeah,
she was just the first person to show me kindness when I moved into Maple Creek, because I went to Spell Bowl. I went to
the Spell Bowls. Are you still in contact with her? No. I'm still in contact with Kristen.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Can we talk about your falling out with Kristen?
So Kristen and I were attached to the hip until senior year, from I would say 5th, 6th grade up to senior year.
Okay.
And even a little bit in college. When we started to go to college, things started to fall apart. Because I wasn't full blown in love with her at that point.
Yeah. And she didn't know.
And she knew.
Oh, she did.
But we were best friends.
Okay.
And it was difficult.
Okay.
It was very difficult. Because it was unrequited love. She didn't have any feelings towards me.
Yeah.
And if she did, I didn't know. Or she didn't even know how to even put it into words.
Yeah. Did you ever have a penis inside you?
I've never had a penis inside me.
Okay.
So when we... So it got a little bit more and more complicated.
Does Jen know that?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I thought this was a secret from Jen.
No.
I was wait, hold on a second.
No.
Okay.
So again, when we got into, she went to St. Francis, I went to Ivy Tech. So we were completely on two different worlds. And we would still hang out often, but I could tell that we were just starting to kind of pull apart. And I was not having it. Didn't like that. And just to make a long story short, eventually I started to experience with men. And there was one guy in my class, one of my classes at Ivy Tech, who was 45 years old.
Okay.
I was 19.
Okay.
I entertained the idea, and I was very, very like careful. Like I didn't go anywhere with him, but we would see each other like twice a week in class, and so I started to kind of experiment that just the thought, the idea. But there was something in me that was just like, this isn't what you want.
Yeah.
This is not really what you really are truly like.
Yeah.
Attract like. Now that I identify as bisexual, like back then, that would make sense now. But like, there was still something just like, no, this is not the time to be doing that. You know what I mean? Like, it's not the time. Okay. I did make out with him.
Was it good?
Yeah.
Okay.
He gave me his jacket, and I had it for a long time, and then I sold it at a garage sale. Anyway, so I called Kristen one day, and was just like, hey, like, I want to like hang out this weekend or whatever, and she was like, okay, cool. Like, what have you been up to? And I his name was Curtis, and I brought him up, and I said, yeah, I'm like dating this guy, or I'm seeing this guy kind of who I'm talking to. And she goes, oh, I'm talking to a guy too. And I fucking lost my goddamn mind because that is the whole experience as a queer person. There's something that got pulled out of me in that moment that was like, oh my God, I'm going to lose you to a man.
Yeah. And you did.
And I did. She ended up marrying him. They have 2 kids together.
Oh my God.
I went to a downward spiral. I took all of the things that she had at my house. I put it in a box. I got in my little Honda Accord. I drove to her house and I threw it all over her drive-through.
Her driveway.
Driveway. Sorry. Jesus. Driveway. And I just had a meltdown because I was so emotionally attached to her. Because that was the only type of like validation, love, even though it wasn't love. There's a difference. And I know that now.
Yeah.
That just, my whole world just came crashing down. And I didn't want to deal with it. And then Jenny came in my life. And I didn't talk to Jenny for like a year after I met her.
Yeah.
But she kept following me around at school. But yeah, so that was my falling out because we had a conversation on the phone, Kristen and I, where she was just like, you can't, she broke off of, like, she completely broke off from me. And she told me on the phone, she's like, we can't be friends. We can't be together. Like, we can't have any presence in each other's lives because this is just toxic. I went to her wedding and everything too, dude. Years later. Yeah. Went to her wedding and we made up and we connected and I apologized to her and she apologized to me.
Aww.
She did. We went out to dinner and she goes, Larz, I want to say that I'm sorry for the heartbreak that I put you through because I can't imagine going through that with Kurt, her husband. I was like, in a way that's true, but it really wasn't love. It's not really what you feel for Kurt. It's different. Yeah. But like, I appreciate that because it was real to me in that moment. Wild.
Dicks. I remember when I first found out what porn was, I was doing the research project in English class for the 7th grade year project in English class. We have to make like that magazine. Do you remember that?
Oh,
it's okay.
Yeah.
And I was doing a magazine on Julia Roberts. And so like the first link I clicked on in Google and it took me to a porn site and I immediately like told the teacher, I was like, hey, I'm so sorry. Like this is what happened. And she was like, okay, like I'll talk to the school. I'll talk to so and so.
Oh yeah, because they didn't have the blocking like they do.
No. I was like, oh, that was exciting. And then I went home and would type in like fireman naked, policeman naked. Like I didn't know what to specifically type, but I would just like stare at Google Images because I didn't go to the links. I didn't know what to fucking do. I was like, just go to images. Oh, the quality of the images category. I should have just been clicking on the links. Yeah. So
I don't remember my first incident with porn. Isn't it sad that it's always been there
around?
Yeah, like it's sad, but I don't remember like my first time being like, oh, I can access sex free.
Yeah.
And it's unfortunately very scary these days. It's how easily you can see it. 5-year-old could punch free porn in and be access to all that. Like,
so today, again, this is a vault episode. So we're not going to...
What you get, you don't throw a fit.
Yeah, please don't throw fits. But you can throw your tits.
I would love to throw some titties.
Well, you don't got titties anymore.
I wish I had kept them. Put them in resin.
Oh. I thought you were talking about like not having cut them off.
No.
I was like, that was a big thing for you.
Yeah. See ya.
Like, are you going? Don't go back in the closet, Larz. It's okay. You can stay out here. I saw the first ever trans man cock ring today.
I want to know how.
Because
how long could that must be pretty long. Are you pulling it up right now?
Yeah.
Wait, what is that?
Well, the first one is a packer, but then if you scroll down,
are you sure that? Oh, there it is.
There it is. Doesn't it look like a Texas tie?
I was looking at the first thing. That first thing looks pretty cool. It kind of looks like what you would use on like a backpack tie.
Yeah, or like it would be on a pair of shorts.
Yeah. Are you ready for all of this amazing space facts that are spooky dooky?
Spooky.
We all know that the universe is estimated to be around 13.8 billion years old.
The entire universe. Our universe or the universe?
The universe
entirety?
That we know of.
Okay.
Like our universe.
Oh, ours.
Like
okay.
Just our Milky Way, our galaxy, our
Milky Way.
The largest known star, VY Canis Majoris, is around 1,800 times larger than the sun.
1,800 times larger than the sun.
So the sun's is literally one of the smallest suns or smallest stars in the whole universe.
That is so funny.
It actually blows my mind.
And people think that we are the only intelligent life form.
Yeah, isn't that funny?
And we have the smallest stars. Smallest stars for the smallest of brains.
The sun is so large that over 1 million Earths could fit inside of it.
Ugh. I'm literally looking at a tapestry of our solar system, and I'm trying to envision how big that fucking thing is.
We only see a sliver of the Earth of our everyday lives.
Right.
And 1 million can fit in. It's so gross. God. Whew. The shortest day in the solar system belongs to Jupiter. Good job,
Jupiter.
Yes. Which just takes 9 hours and 56 minutes to rotate.
What? So I have a question.
Okay.
When they say that time moves differently on like one specific planet versus like if you're outside of the planet, but why is so like if we were to go to Jupiter and a day is 9 hours long, that doesn't mean that that doesn't mean like our cells age faster, right?
We do.
But our cells originally came from this planet, so like why aren't our cells aging like the planet does that we came from? Why are we
Our cells came from stardust.
Right, but
so not like an actual planet, it's just material out in the universe.
It's being manipulated by the space within the time that within the realm that you're in.
Well, if you're getting into creationism or like evolution, like I think that is more of like the question pertains to.
Okay.
Because we're more than just stardust. Like there's other things that make up the human body.
Right.
But it's a little complicated because did we come from just atoms like matter, or were we actually created by an actual God to where we're going to eventually break down from the design.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Does that make sense?
Yeah,
Or did we come from bacteria that has evolved over time? Yeah. I think the answer you're looking for is a little bit more complex than...
I mean, I think this just goes to prove that like time isn't real.
Yeah. I mean, right. And just because our time is 24 hours...
Yeah.
It just means that Jupiter is it just rotates faster.
Right, but because they're rotating faster, that means that like you age faster on Jupiter?
And maybe it's not that way. Maybe it's just because it just rotates faster.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
right. But if you were to be like 100 light years away from our galaxy, you would age differently because you are that much further away from where we're at. whatever, science.
I know that when if we were to travel into a black hole,
Yeah.
that is where we would age faster because time is being manipulated. It doesn't have anything to do with the sun. Does anybody know an astrophysicist? Michaela should have a degree in this because she can answer all these questions.
This is a call for an astrophysicist or anybody from NASA. Actually, sorry, I don't trust people in NASA. Give me an independent studied professor at a well-known college. Write in, please.
All right, you ready for the next one? Are you ready for this?
Give it to me, Papa.
The red spot on Jupiter is a storm larger than the size of the Earth.
Okay.
That has been raging for over 350 years.
Disgusting. Disgusting.
I want to literally vomit.
350-year storm.
It's me.
Does it move?
It just rotates in the same. It's like a hurricane. It's like.
Oh no, I know, but does it move around the planet?
No, it's in one spot. It doesn't move.
I'm sure that by now, whenever this episode is coming out,
kills me. That was so on point.
Whenever this episode comes out, I'm sure we'll be in front of some sort of video at some point. But like, we are missing out on some good facial content, you guys.
Okay, so again, about Jupiter having the 9-hour day.
Okay,
a day on Venus is longer than a year on Venus.
That does not make any.
With a day taking 243 Earth days to complete, while a year takes just 225 Earth days. I'm gonna read it again. A day on Venus is longer than a year on Venus.
A day in Venus is longer than a year on Venus. Okay.
With a day taking 243 Earth days to complete.
Okay.
While a year just takes 225 Earth days. So on Earth.
Oh, because the way that the planet is spinning.
Yes.
The planet is going to spin around the sun faster than it takes for that day to complete.
Yeah.
What? So, like, you got bitches up there, obviously nobody is living up there that we know of. That's at least not human. You could be in total sun or in total darkness for almost 2/3 of a planet year, a planet Earth year.
I'm sweating. I'm fucking sweating.
And this is what planet?
Venus.
Fuck you, Venus. You're our ruling planet. Why? Why are you like
crying
this?
and sweating.
Why are you like this?
This one's got me fucked up because I don't like big things. I have what's that phobia? Megala something. The tallest
big phobia.
The tallest mountain in the solar system is Olympus Mons, which is on Mars. It's what the fuck is your problem? It's 13 miles long.
You mean it's 13 miles tall?
It's 13 miles tall.
Oh my god, you are such a character right now. The tallest mountain.
Oh god.
Computer, how tall is the Mount Everest?
Mount Everest is 29,032 feet above sea level.
How many miles is that?
Sorry, I couldn't find what you're looking for.
Convert that into miles.
1 meter is about 3 feet 4 inches.
He said 20,000 feet. So that's a third. Bro.
Fucking sick.
And of course, people on planet Earth named it. What did they name it?
Olympus Mons. Look at Mons pubis.
Oh my god.
Vagina. It's a vagina mountain.
Oh my god, speaking of vagina, I saw a TikTok today of this girl that opened up her jar of Skippy and the little, like, in the center, the drip, it looked like a clit. She goes, oh, I'm so sorry. She like opens up and goes, "Oh, I'm so sorry."
I love
and closes
that.
it.
The largest volcano in the solar system is also on Mars. It's called Mauna Loa and is about 16 miles high. Okay, this is what's going to make me fucking shit my pants. And it's 372 miles wide.
The volcano. No wonder why that is the god of war. But it's a volcano, so like, is there lava inside of it?
Probably. It's a volcano.
Are we sure it's a volcano?
I love the tongue click here. Like,
I have a problem with that.
yes.
Good
content.
My me.
The International Space Station, ISS, travels at the speed of 17,500 miles per hour, orbiting the Earth every 90 minutes.
Why is it traveling? Why isn't
So
it just
fast?
Why doesn't it just hang out in the sky? A space station, like where they do stuff in space. It's not like a satellite.
No. It's people are on it and it's rotating.
We have a space station.
Yeah, people are up there. A bunch of people from different countries are working together, probably doing things together. I mean, what else are you gonna do over there?
Is this where the war in space is starting? So are they aging faster than we are because they're spinning around Earth?
They do say that your DNA changes up in space.
Right.
There was a study of two twins.
Okay.
They were astronauts. One of them went up. Well, not both of them, but I think one of them was, and he went up and his DNA was changed. He was taller, 2 inches taller.
Well, I would believe that because of the lack of compression in his back.
Yeah, but there was also something that happened internally with his organs that changed, that so he wasn't the exact same replica of his twin. A black hole is a region of space where gravity is so strong that nothing, not even light, can escape its pull.
And we don't know what's on the other side of black holes yet.
We'll never know.
Alternate universes.
We'll never know. I mean, that's where we go. That's where our mind goes. Which,
right.
Yeah, why not?
But
it's a fucking black hole.
I feel like that is too far of a travel to get to an alternate universe. We should be able to just jump to the next one, like as we're sitting here.
But you do. Once you get sucked in, you're sucked in.
Oh well, once you get that's what they said about my asshole in college. Once you get sucked in, you get sucked in.
The largest black hole that we know of, called Ton 618, is estimated to have a mass of 66 billion times that of the sun.
But it's a hole.
It's right. It's a hole, but the mass, like you got a mass, like mass, weight.
How can it weigh? How are we measuring this stuff?
It's just all we're just there. They literally will tell you that this is all just estimated. It's not something that they can actually calculate.
What if they
physicists will tell you that?
What if they get to it and the black hole is like, hey, I really don't like the numbers that you put on my paper when you said that I weighed this much. It's like at the doctor's office.
Yeah.
When it meets with the American people, it's like, hey, I don't like that number. Can you take that off of my chart, please? I'm going to suck you up just because. And that's a more recently found black hole, right?
Yeah, and they actually recorded the sound of it.
Yes.
It's terrifying.
It's like, it's whispering, like, come to me. It's like the sirens.
Yeah,
it
is.
Come dive in my hole and die.
The coldest known place in the universe is the Boomerang Nebula, which has a temperature of negative 458 degrees Fahrenheit.
That's like what you see in the movies when like they get too close or they get cold and they just shatter.
Freeze. Yeah.
That's how I want to go.
The center of our galaxy, the Milky Way, contains a supermassive black hole called Sagittarius A. So there's a black hole in the middle where we live, in our Milky Way, in our galaxy, where our planets are. That's slowly sucking us in.
Oh, that's why everything is so weird on this planet.
I knew that was coming.
Maybe we're getting closer and closer to it.
The Voyager 1 spacecraft, launched in 1977, is the most distant human-made object from Earth and has left the solar system. So he's finally out.
Yeah, and they were communicating with that for a while.
Yeah.
And I think I had heard some glimpses, saw some clips where they had the audio of like what it sounds like out there.
Yeah. Doesn't it have the golden record on it?
The golden record?
Mm-hmm. The golden record was literally a record that a bunch of people in the world recorded for NASA.
Okay.
And they put it onto this record and they put it into the Hubble so that if anybody else finds it, then they'll know that there's life out there. So it's got different languages, different songs, messages from like the president, like
of course the fucking American president,
but like everybody, like it's pretty cool. In case anybody finds it, like if there's like extraterrestrial I mean, we know that there's aliens out there,
right?
But like if there's any other like colonization, like mankind.
I feel like humans are the only type of breed of species in the universe, and like there are just other different versions of like a human. So like aliens are just like a more farther advanced than what we are.
How do you explain hieroglyphics?
Like, why do we have technology and yet we can't access what they accessed back then?
And that's that.
And that's the tea.
The Martian day is called a sol and is slightly longer than a day on Earth and at 24 hours and 39 minutes.
Special.
Right. The atmosphere on Venus is so thick.
How thick is it?
That it exerts a pressure on the surface equivalent to being 0.6 miles underneath water. You think the air quality is bad now? Venus, you won't be able to breathe.
Humans literally can't.
You can't breathe.
No, we can't handle that.
No, we would die. The moon is gradually moving away from the Earth at a rate of 3.8 centimeters, 1.5 inches per year.
That's because the moon's not real. It's an alien spacecraft.
Cool.
Didn't you see the video where the guy was like, once our one of our satellites or whatever like landed on it, not satellites, something, it made a booming sound like it was hollow.
I haven't seen that, but I have seen lots of different documentaries about theories of how we never landed on the moon. That was all made in
a studio.
Yeah, like a Hollywood studio.
I believe
because we wanted to be ahead of Russia. We didn't want Russia to win.
Yeah, so we were like, hey, we did it first, but really, like, we weren't first.
Yeah.
I believe we have been to it.
I believe that we have been to the moon, but I don't think that the moon landing was real.
No.
I will say that to my grave.
Yeah. But I also do believe that maybe not all spaceships that have gone out into space were real spaceships.
Just PR move.
Yeah. Yeah, you've seen the videos where, like, things just don't look right.
No, doesn't look right at all.
Like, why is your hair, like, stiff as fuck like that?
You can't see us right now, but we're mimicking astronauts on the moon, like bouncing. God. Saturn's rings are made up mostly of water ice particles, ranging in size from tiny dust particles to large boulders.
I think that those rings are so beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
You know why? You know why Saturn is God's favorite?
No.
Because he put a ring on it.
Uranus has a ring.
Oh.
So who's more popular?
She's the side chick.
The asteroid impact that wiped out the dinosaurs is estimated to have released energy equivalent to 100 trillion tons of TNT. A neutron star is the collapsed core of a massive star that has gone supernova, with a mass about 1.4 times that of the sun, but a diameter of only about 12 miles.
Oh, right, because it implodes.
Mm-hmm. Yikes.
In marching band, my freshman year, that was what our show was about, was a supernova.
Aww.
The birth of a star.
The universe is mostly made up of dark matter and dark energy, which together account for over 95% of the total mass energy content of the universe.
Okay, but like, what is dark matter? Like, can I hold it in my hands? It just is there?
It's just there. Michaela actually explained it to me that it's just nothing. You can't fathom that. You don't know.
No,
like,
because
we can't fathom that. It's nothing.
Because here on Earth, we have physical representation of something.
Yeah, it's nothing.
So it'd be like air.
Mm-hmm. It's not light. There's no sound. I mean, there's sound in space, but there's no light. There's just nothingness.
My mind is so blown right now.
I know, man. I know.
Take me to your planet. Take me to your leader.
The term asteroid comes from the Greek word for star-like, because early astronomers thought that they were seeing stars that had moved out of their proper place in the sky.
Oh, that's cute.
Oh, get back there. The sun's magnetic field flips every 11 years, meaning that its north and south poles switch places. That one makes me uncomfortable too.
Every 11 years. So then is it flipping?
Yeah, that's what it says. It physically flips.
Well, I meant like
Who's up there?
Is the sun right? Who's gotten close enough to magnetize these?
Who's controlling that?
But it's like, but is the sun itself flipping and rotating, or are these magnetic poles going through? Are they going around?
They're probably it's probably rotating
outside of the star.
Outside of the star, yeah. The largest cannon in our solar system, again, that is on Mars, and it's called Valles Marineris, which
Okay.
I'm probably completely butchering that.
You said this is a canyon?
Yeah.
Okay.
Which is over 200 or 2,500 miles long.
What?
Mars is scary. That's scary.
That is terrifying.
Yeah.
I mean, it's literally where Martians come from.
There's also a robot that has died who was on there. Remember recently?
Yeah.
He would sing himself happy birthday. It's
so depressing.
Yeah. That is so sad. You're completely alone. There's no one around.
And also, you're a computer, so you don't have any emotions, but you're making me feel something for you.
One more. This is cool because I think that you would find this interesting because you are very passionate about other life outside of the Earth.
Mm-hmm.
So there are currently over 4,000 confirmed exoplanets. 4,000
confirmed exoplanets.
So that are outside of our solar system.
Okay.
There is a committee or a extraterrestrial intelligence is an ongoing effort to detect signs of intelligent life.
ETS.
SETI.
Oh,
that's what it says.
Sorry.
No.
I was thinking of, I think ETS or ITS. Extraterrestrial search. Something. I don't know.
Have you seen some of the newly Hubble telescope released photos
I think so.
of like the pillars of creation?
Pillars of creation. Are those
It's
like
a
different
nebula that basically not exploded but was created millions of years ago, and it's still sitting in space. So NASA, the Webb telescope, retook these photos. It's 5 million years old.
This whole thing?
Mm-hmm.
It looks so beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
So the clouds, are those just like the gases from the explosion?
Yeah.
And we do know that all stars are a sun,
Mm-hmm.
which means that even though we haven't reached them, but they are out there because light still travels. I think it was like an Earth space science. They're like, there are stars that you're probably looking at right now that probably have already blown up, but because of how far away they are and the way that light travels, you're still seeing it as being lit. Oh,
yeah,
damn.
it says, real quick, it just says these towering tendrils of cosmic dust and gas sit at the heart of M16 or the Eagle Nebula.
Mm-hmm.
The amply named pillars of creation featured in the stunning Hubble image. Yeah, it just says part of the active star forming region within the nebula.
Wow.
So inside this are newly formed baby stars that are going to be coming out.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Oh my God.
It's very humbling, isn't it?
Yeah. So if anybody out there is listening to this and you're like, I don't know, recently had been crying over a boy who's not texting you back. I mean, there are literally other planets out there, Kim.
There's 4,000 exoplanets that are probably having the same experience that you. Someone on those planets are having the same experience that you are.
And those are just the ones that we know of.
Potentially. So, guys, girls, gays, theys, and thems. Kings and queens.
Kings and queens, and the peasants, too. And the help. I hope that you all had a really great episode with us this week. I know this is something completely, totally different. And it's like, ooh, how many other episodes do they have in the vault? Ooh. You'll never know.
Some comedic relief for your life.
Yeah.
Hopefully we brought you some laughter.
Yeah. I mean, my goal is to bring some sort of laughter every episode. And it's just kind of hard to be two different ways for two different episodes when you're recording them within a certain 24 hours, because we always talk about our week and stuff and how our mental health is doing. And so I think that we did a really great job on this.
We did.
So
proud of you.
I'm proud of you too. I hope you are also proud of us, because validation, we are sluts for it.
Yes.
And let us know what you guys think about the space. We
Yeah.
talked about aliens. Did you find anything interesting? Do you have another not more interesting, as if any of that was not interesting. Do you have more additional interesting information that you're like, oh my God, I need you guys to hear about this? Also, by the time this comes out, we will probably already have asked Michaela to talk about this with us.
Right.
So we'll have her, she's not a man, so we can't have her like mansplain stuff, but we could be like, womansplain? No, that doesn't sound
Teach.
very... Yeah.
Teach us something.
Teach us something.
She could explain it a lot. It's part of her passion. She'd be able to explain it down to the nitty gritty for us to understand.
Yeah. Like, explain it to me like I'm 5.
Yeah.
Space. So we hope you guys had a really nice day. Happy Monday. And so yeah, we love you.
We love you so much.
And this is us. So we'll see you next Monday. And this is us signing out. Bye.
Bye.